What's going on, guys? It's Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. It's a UPS man out here. I had to watch him. But anyway, listen. When you have an apartment or some type of maintenance service that's connected to a property that you may be renting, right, or own, you're very skeptical of having people in your house. I want to show you a video out of League City, Texas. Shout out League City. That's right up the street from Houston, where I'm at, where I'm from. But and it's about apartment building where they had hired some third-party people to come in and exchange the fire alarm system. And one of the peoples was snooping around these people's apartment. I think, honestly, you know, because, I mean, I'm a service provider and I'm in houses. I have alarm codes and I'm in houses with people not there. But I'm always cognizant of, I come there to do a job and that's it. I'm not there to walk around and be in people's business. But some people, and you hear this a lot, especially when you're in the service providing, you know, field of people doing this type of stuff. Wandering, going through people's personal belongings, which is wrong. But I mean, people do it all the same, and usually they get caught about it. But I want to show you this video real quick, and then we'll come back and talk about it. Take a look.
A man tells us he feels violated tonight after a worker was supposed to install a smoke detector in his apartment, but instead, the worker was caught on camera snooping all over the place, opening dresser drawers and just about every cabinet in the kitchen. Now that resident is demanding answers about who the complex is hiring and allowing inside the units. Devon Roming has a story you'll see only on KHOU 11 News. Devon.
Well, Nick Renfro says his friends laughed at him when he told them he was planning to install cameras in his apartment. And tonight he says he's glad he did.
They say you never know who's watching, and in this case, 22-year-old Nicholas Renfro catches the action.
Absolutely.
From every angle.
I'm sitting there at work. I get a notification on my phone saying that there's motion detected.
His security cameras catching this man who was supposed to be installing a new smoke alarm, instead going from room to room, inspecting Nick's personal items.
It shows the guy going through my dresser drawers. It shows him going through bathroom cabinets.
Nick says the man must have worked up an appetite.
He comes over here to the pantry, and I had a thing of Pringles in there, which I bought those back in October, so I hope he likes expired chip. Then he opens up this cabinet right here, and there's a bag of Mexican candy on the top shelf. That's really the only thing he stole, was 2 lollipops that the officer ended up finding on his person.
All jokes aside, for Renfro, his sense of privacy now shaken, and this incident serving as a reminder for others.
We trust the property manager to do their due diligence when hiring people, and so it's just very unfortunate, and residents, they must be aware of things like this.
Tonight, we reached out to management at the Anchor at South Shore Apartments. They sent us to their parent company, Cushman & Wakefield, who never responded to our questions.
You can't trust anybody. You never know. You never know.
Now, in the end, Nick decided not to press charges. Meanwhile, leasing experts say there are ways that you can protect yourself from theft, which include, like Nick, installing cameras in your apartments, as well as making sure you have the proper renter's insurance. And also, if you can, make sure you have someone at home when work orders are being fulfilled. Devon Roming, KHOU 11 News.
All right, guys, that's the story, and that guy need to be ashamed of himself. Now, the guy went and took some Pringles, and he took some lollipops or whatever the hell they call them. But I'm going to tell you something. The guy didn't press charges, but they didn't show the guy also. And they were trying to find out who the guy was. And you can tell the companies was protecting the guy because they wanted to protect their company name. They didn't answer, didn't want their name out there because this is a public embarrassment for them, for their company. Now, I'm going to tell you something. The guy said, and like all people say this, hey, you need to vet the people that you're working for, and you need to do this, and you need to, let me tell you something. That is true. But nosy, asking somebody if they're nosy on an application is not there. This guy nosy. Most of these people are. They snoop around. your stuff to see what kind of life you have or what type of person they think you are by going through your belongings. And a lot of times they don't want to steal. They just want to be nosy, know what you are, how much money you make. Don't let. That's why you never have bank statements or bank books. Or remember back in the day, people used to have balancing checkbooks and all that. You don't want to have that around. People watch you. People want to learn about the people that are in these places that they're in there visiting. He's supposed to do a smoke detector. He could have went in and went out, and he was wrong. And he do need his ass beat. He do. But this is something that happens a lot, y'all. I'm not trying to scare nobody or something like that. But I mean, if you have an apartment and maintenance has to come in there sometimes, and sometimes they will have to come in there when you're not there, you know, most of the time they do what they're supposed to do because they know it's danger and trouble. And they know people have cameras. Lucky for this guy, he had cameras. And good for him. But some people don't have cameras in their house. I advise you to get cameras if you could. I mean, nowadays with surveillance being, with theft being so much of a thing, anybody can get surveillance camera. It don't have to be nothing major. You can still get something where you can stick it in a house plant. And like he said, he detected motion detecting things. You can get them off Amazon all day cameras where they only turn on when motion is detected. I mean, there are ways of protecting yourself, but this guy, like a young man, he shouldn't have been doing that. He should know better. Then again, not everybody has common sense, and we see it out here. What he did was an embarrassment. He embarrassed himself. He embarrassed the company he works for, and just him doing that. And that's the thing. The littlest thing somebody does when they're wearing a uniform, you still represent that uniform. So it's like, he can do whatever. They can fire him, but they're still getting sued as if they're the ones that did it. And that's the thing nowadays with people hiring you. You know, character is everything. And a lot of times people don't get jobs and stuff because, like, I'll give you an example. And this is just me talking to you guys. Sometimes you'll see me mention something about somebody having tattoos on their face. Say you're a good person and you was in one point in your life where you was lost in your identity. And now you got a bunch of tattoos on your face. And they hire you. They want to hire you for a job where you have to go into people's homes. And when they're not there and just do something. Now think about this. And this is just America, where we at. People will prejudge you. When a person hires you, a manager or something, they're hiring the best available person for a job. When you have tattoos and stuff on your face and stuff like that, a lot of times they look at that like, okay, say this person is good, and they might like you. But they say, but say something happens and they say he was there. As soon as they see him, they're going to immediately be like, yo, you know better. You know how it is. And that's true. People don't care nothing about, whether you, they care about your qualifications to get you hired. But when something goes awry, depending on how you look, tattoos on your face, color of skin sometimes, and depending on the crime and the way it's painted, a lot of times out there, it's a lose-lose for the company and for you. So we got to be careful out here. Anytime you have a job, man, and you represent a company, you are not your own person in that house. Whatever's on your shirt is who you are when you go through that door. And that's how the customer sees you. This guy right here, you can tell he's young. It's no way they could vet that, him being nosy. You can't. And that's one of the things about having a business. You can get caught up because you don't know how people are at home or how they're going to be in your home. This guy might have worked there 2 or 3 years and never did that. But he might have saw something that sparked his interest and said, you know what, today's the day I'm going to just walk around and be nosy and see what these people, you understand what I'm saying? Either way, it was wrong. But if anything, because he didn't really take anything, but he did take something. But like, if anything, I'd have put his face on the TV or something and his name. And he wouldn't have worked in no other place where he got to go in there and do security and stuff. Because this is one of them things where you say, hey, don't do that no more. Nah, that's in him. I'm not saying you'll do it again with your company. But the curiosity Like that's a dangerous thing. He got to get that out of himself. I said himself twice, you heard me. But anyway, I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.